What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? Bart here with Tully Television, and I hope that I can find you in wonderful spirits today. I hope that I can entertain you a little bit, bring a smile to your face, give you some form of escapism in this wild world that we live in. Today, we're going to be getting into I've been getting into a lot of comic book reviews, trying to catch up on some of these stories that I've been really interested in. This issue was given to me by our friend Jordan here. If you remember Jordan, he helped bring us our first 1,000 view plus video. It was Predator review. Scarlet Witch #1 here. I love the cover. It's very awesome. I have been a Scarlet Witch fan for quite some time. I do feel like the whole making her not Magneto's daughter, like her and Pietro not being Magneto's children, I thought was a big retcon. I knew why Marvel did it at the time, because they were trying not to help the Fox movies advance anymore with pushing the X-Men, so they felt like if they made Scarlet Witch and Pietro not mutants and made them Inhumans or something, or how they can technically use those properties in books and movies because they're not considered mutants, you know what I mean? When the Fox company bought the X-Men movies, the umbrella term overall was for the mutants, so to speak, you know what I mean? Probably a little bit more detailed than that, considering it was a multi-million-dollar contract. Only mutants sign here. Right? But yeah, Scarlet Witch's history has been a little convoluted. She thought she was Magneto's daughter. She finds out that she was more of partial experiments done by the High Evolutionary. But here at this, and she's also went insane, lost her children, decimated nearly 98% of the mutant population. She's been a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants member, an Avengers member, an X-Men member. This woman has done just about everything you can do in the Marvel Universe, from being a villain to becoming a character that is trying to redeem herself in the light of everyone's sight. This issue was written by Steve Orlando. Artist was Sarah Pichelli, Pichelli. And if I do mispronounce any names, it's not meant with any sort of disrespect. I apologize ahead of time. Colorist is Matthew Wilson. Color assistant Elizabeth D'Amico. Now, we also get, I like the cliffhanger at the end of this issue, but we also get the Marvel Comics version of Darcy finally. And basically, we start off with Scarlet Witch here, going through various locations around the world. They say where she's heading to. And basically, it's her fighting these creatures and stuff like that, fighting these situations, because she wants to try to improve her image, so to speak, and not like in the way of try to be like a clout chaser, you know, trying to improve her image, just out of a genuine wanting to redeem. She realizes she's not going to erase everything she's done from people's lives, because even when she did the No More Mutants spell nearly 20 years ago, there's still mutants today that are still feeling the effects of that. And yes, comic book time moves at a slower pace, different paces than real time. But even with the distance of the current X-Men titles now from back then, there's still some mutants that may still hold a grudge to her, torture and stuff like that, and some humans and other. I mean, even when she was kind of the reason for the whole Avengers Disassembled story. You may forgive, but a lot of people will never forget. And then finally, we get Darcy here. Now, Darcy in the movies, ooh la la, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of magic, a little bit of studying of the science, you know what I mean? So basically, Scarlet Witch for this series has opened up an emporium type of store where you can go buy, think of it like in real life, like a Reiki store, right? Where they sell gems and crystals and Himalayan salt lamps and this and that. You know, these type of things where you wear a crystal necklace and it's going to bring you money or ward off bad juju or whatever like that. You know, bad vibes. And so this is kind of something similar to that, selling like tarot cards, teas, these type of things, books, and Darcy's there to help her. And then we get Petro. Of course, we have to get Petro as as a side character here. They are twins after all, and he kind of is explaining to her. Well, she's explaining to him why she's doing what she's doing, and I mean he gets it, in a way, but he feels like Quicksilver's always been one to be the type of guy that is like, I said I'm sorry, so we should be over it already, and it's like because of his always fast-paced, having to be fast, he's just more quicker, obviously, to get over things than some other people, and to Wanda. She's not like, she doesn't have that super processing mind that Quicksilver does to, follow all paths of logic and realize that, like, yes, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think of you, but it kind of does too, depending on what it is you did and to how many people, you know what I mean? If you said to someone that their shirt is ugly, if you're carrying that around with you for 10, 20 years, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you carried that around with you until the end of the day, and you're like, oh, I was a bit of a jerk, man, I shouldn't have said that. That's more understandable, more relatable. But, Scarlet Witch did a lot of crazy things, so it's going to take a long time for people to get used to her again as a hero, and even herself getting used to that. But basically what we get here is, as she's telling Quicksilver about her mission, we see the first use of what's called the last door. And she created this door through a magical spell. And what it is, basically, think of it as the room of requirement for Harry Potter, right? A door will show up at your lowest point, and it will lead you to Scarlet Witch's store here, and then she will help you with your problem. And we soon find out that this woman from Italy found this door, and she went through it and came across Scarlet Witch and her brother and Darcy. And basically, what it is that she discovered that in this village, the villain known as the Corruptor has taken over the town through, he's able to kind of think of the Purple Man, where he's able to kind of just take control of people. But how this particular lady was able to not have the spell affect her is that she was wearing an amulet given to her by a family, but little did they know it had magical properties, and that's why it's not allowing this aura of the corruptor's power to corrupt her. One moment, guys. I just want to get a little. And so when she's seen her. Hey. Oh, sorry, guys. So when she's seen her wife and other members of her town being corrupted, it made the door appear to her, and going through it, she then is now caught up with talking to Scarlet Witch here. Scarlet Witch confronts the corruptor, and of course he's going to keep, talking crap and stuff, trying to get her riled up. And in the meantime, the lady that we saw coming for help, Scarlet Witch kind of gave her a quick thing to do with the necklace that even a layman, so to speak, that's not really in the magical world like that, can just do what she's saying, which is basically hold the necklace. And she's like, just focus all your thoughts on the life that you had with your wife, and keep talking to her, like, baby, it's me. Come back. Come on. You. Someone's taking over your mind. You need to come back to me. Trust me. Those type of things. You know what I mean? And also mentally keeping the positive images and memories of that relationship, so then that energy can, go and disrupt the corruptor's influence. And of course, the corruptor is trying to talk all this crap to her, to throw her off her game, to remind her that she's not always been a good person, and that he actually tries to use his powers on her. Finally, we think the corruptor is going to settle down, because he's realizing that his day is done. Scarlet Witch is just too powerful for him. But no. He tries one last time, and Scarlet Witch just petrifies him there and leaves him there for all the people to remember how hate almost destroyed their village, and that him, the corruptor, as a living statue now, will stay there in the town square and remind the village how love can conquer all. We see the lady and the village ultimately thanking Scarlet Witch for the help. Without the Scarlet Witch, that village would have been, left to the corruptor, and how long would that have lasted if no one stepped in? And at the end of the day, they close up the shop. Darcy and Scarlet Witch are talking. Maybe they're going to go grab some drinks. Maybe they're going to go bonding a little bit. And the last door is activated one last time for the day, leaving us on a cliffhanger. And this connects back to a story that, of course, involves her former lover and husband, Vision. Dun, dun, dun! Who do we have here? Someone that we never thought we'd see again. Basically, it's Scarlet Witch's daughter. I'm going to get issue 2 of this, and then I think in the issue 2 review is where I'll do more of a background story on Vivian there. I believe her name is Vivian. She's basically the daughter of Vision and an android that was based off Scarlet Witch's brain patterns. And then what he did was the 2 children he made, I'm basically explaining it now, the 2 children that he made had a combination of Vision and Scarlet Witch's brain patterns together, and they were living as a big android family. And then things happened and it all fell apart. But with how that story left, I didn't think we were ever going to see any of those characters outside of Vision again. And it's kind of interesting to see how this is going to play out. But that's Scarlet Witch issue 1 review. I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing. I hope that you can find a bit of joy out of this video. But until next time, peace, Snookums.